Yo, you either learn or you perish, right? And this video is probably not going to be as long as some of the other ones that I've done recently. But the main topic I wanted to talk about is learning or perishing, right? And just speaking from, my personal perspectives, as well as speaking from some of the things that is very important for you to learn and to understand that whether in life or whether in business, you cannot just stop, right? You cannot just stop moving, and you cannot just think something is only going to happen once or twice, or this is the last time this thing is ever going to happen to me, right? And I bring up these points because you must learn or you will perish, right? You must learn from your mistakes. You must learn from your, whether you had positives happen, whether you had negatives happen, right? There's lessons that can be taken from every single thing that happens in your life, right? Because there's positive consequences and there's negative consequences, right? But if you're only choosing to just live and you're just choosing to only learn from the negative things, well, guess what? You might keep the negative things from happening again, but you also want to make sure that you have the positive results that you want, right? So it's understanding what is creating the positive results, right? What is allowing you to succeed? What is allowing you to not succeed, right? Because very few people, very few people choose to learn from their failures, right? Most people only want to learn from their mistakes, but they don't want to also learn from their wins and the results that they get in their lives, right? Right now, with the product that we're currently building now, I just want to acknowledge the fit real quick before I continue. We got red shirt, we've got the black again, and we've also got this red striped, and really just, it's a red pocket square, right? But it's a double pocket square. So the inside, you got the red, you got the darker red, and you've got the, you've also got the little red lining. So you got three shades of red going on. On the other side, you've got like this red, white, and blue, and navy blue pattern going on, and a few other colors. But let me just, wrap this up and continue with the video. And then, we also got the black faced watch with the black leather. And then, you could wear this suit with white pants, black pants, gray pants, red pants, silver pants, and a few other colors that would make it look really, really nice. Now, to continue, right? So what we're currently doing and the product that we're currently building right now, right? We're building a paid community, and it's not just going to be for my client. I'm also going to be on the, I'm also one of the coaches and one of the creators, one of the course creators, and one of the consultants on the platform for the clients that are going to be coming on. And when I say learn or perish, it's, today, like we're getting tons and tons of testimonials already, right? So that's how you know you're going in the right direction, when people are actually loving the free product so far, right? So I can even read one of the testimonials right now. Let me just find it. There's a bunch of screenshots that I've just been taking of people just giving us feedback. And it's not only feedback that we asked for, it's feedback we didn't even ask for, right? So let me find it right. There you go. Testimonials, screenshots. And this should be the most recent screenshot. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to quickly read that for you guys. There we go. So at Courtney and at Duno, your course on building a high status network was very informative. While I've invested in myself numerous times, I'm curious about how to assess if an investment is worthwhile. Are there any red flags to watch out for? Not right, that's a question. And then she goes, not long ago, I enrolled in a 6-month mentorship program costing over $4,500. Despite dedicating myself to the coursework and diligently working hard in the paint towards meeting deadlines for my homework assignments, I experienced a significant shortfall. The program lacked proper feedback and guidance. Even after completing the program, I had no clue if I had completed my homework correctly because it was never reviewed. However, I did gain some valuable experiences. I connected with an outstanding screenwriter who is now my mentor, and I had the opportunity to assist on one of her film sets, as well as briefly shadowing the excellent director slash actress. Now, this was her testimonial to us, and she goes more in depth into the program. She says, these experiences were the true highlights of the program for me. While I have no regrets about the program as it led me to my mentor, I couldn't overlook its educational deficiencies, and I was a little discouraged by it. Although I quickly regained my determination towards honing this craft and I am still working hard at it, the program fell short of delivering on its promise to teach fundamental skills like film treatments and script writing as outlined. Ultimately, my 6 months were up, and yeah, so two, and I'm not gonna read the rest because I'm telling you, we're getting long-winded testimonials. So that's how you know you're giving people what they want. You're also giving people solid, not just information, but you're giving them solid help, solid assistance with what they need, whether it's your product, whether it's your service, right? So with the same point of learning or perishing, much like her, I've invested thousands of dollars in various coaching programs, in various courses, in various ebooks, and different things like that, where I know I didn't need to purchase them and I shouldn't have purchased them. Or, I'm never going to say I regretted purchasing some of those coaching programs and courses and mentorships and ebooks, because I know I still learned something from them, which is allowing me now to create more and more content to give back, but also is allowing me to coach people on where I went wrong and where I went right. And a lot of the lessons I learned simply from, purchasing all those courses is that I'm now at a point where I don't really need to buy any more courses, right? At least not on the topics of content, not on the topics of running an agency, running a business, right? I'm sure there's a lot left for me to learn, and that's what I'm going to learn through experience, and that's also what I'm going to learn through mentors, and proper mentors, not just mentors like a mentor that's constantly advertising himself as a mentor, but more so the mentors of, my client right now. Even though he's my client, he's 47 and he has massive amounts of business experience. So I know for a fact that I'm going to pay him in the future for his time. He might do it for free, but I'm willing to pay him for his time to, yo, bro, teach me what you know about real estate. Show me the ropes on real estate, because I want to become a powerhouse like you in the real estate space. Yo, teach me this, teach me that, and I'll pay you for it, right? I'm not someone who's just going to say, yo, because you're my client, can you help me for free? I know a lot of people love doing that. Me personally, I'm a business guy. I understand that I got to pay for people's times, and I don't have a problem paying for their time. And much like, the I'll just say, the billionaire I met out in Vegas, he said, dude, for people that want to work with me, I charge them $10,000 an hour. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm for sure going to pay this guy. Not right now, but I'm going to pay him for his time in the future, because I understand that he's made it way, like, his goals and where he's made it are some of the things that I want to attain. So for a fact, I'm going to pay him $10,000 for the hour that I'm going to be using. I'm not just going to, like, some people like, what? $10,000 an hour? Why would I pay you $10,000 an hour? Like, you guys got to understand, that $10,000 is a shortcut to the amount of years and trial and error and failures that he went through, right? Like, I don't want to just go, like, of course I'm still gonna, even though you pay a coach, even though you pay a mentor, you're still gonna go through lots and lots of trial and error, right? That's not to say you're paying them to give you a perfect solution, but you're paying them to shortcut the process for you so that you don't have to go through all the trial and error that they did, so that you don't lose. You're probably gonna, I will probably lose way more money in going at it by myself than paying him that $10,000. I'll probably lose 2 to 3 times as that, trying to do some of the things that he's probably done by myself. But I understand that I don't want to just lose the money. I'd rather invest the money into him and for his time, right? So I'm at a point where I may just need someone who's ahead of me. I don't need any more courses. I don't need any more coaching programs. I just want the one-on-one feedback. I just want you to look at my stuff, give me feedback on what I'm doing right now. I just want you to paint the path for me, tell me what to do, and I'll do it, right? Whatever the lessons I need to learn are, let me know so that I can go through the trial and error, so that I can either learn and continue to grow and continue to scale up, right? I don't want to just spend money because I'm afraid of investing in those people. I'm not going to say I don't need another coach ever again. But I know that I don't need another coaching program, and I know very well that I don't need another course. That's not to say that I won't buy any more courses in the future, because I understand there are plenty of topics that I should purchase a course on. There are plenty of topics that would help me if I purchased a course on. But I'm the person now where I don't need that. I just give me the guy. You're running an empire right now. How much is it going to cost to work with you? And I also learned this from JT Fox. Successful people, you have to be the one to pay for the dinner. You're the one flying them out to you, right? I think JT Fox said he was spending a couple million a year because he had a bunch of billionaire coaches. Like, he had 4 different coaches, one for each area of his life: business, personal, and I forget the other areas. right? And one of them was I think Donald Trump's right hand man in real estate, right? And I can't remember the amount of money, but he said, "Yo, here's a blank check. How much is it gonna cost to work with you?" Right? And the dude just said, "You know what? No, you don't even pay me. Send that money to send it to a charity. Send it to this charity, and then I'll coach you." So some people, they don't even want you to pay them. They don't even want you to spend money on a dinner. They're just gonna tell you what to do with the money, and then they'll work with you. Now, very few people are willing to offer a blank check for someone to coach them, offer a blank check for mentorship. But that's why you're stuck. That's why you are where you are, because you're not willing to sacrifice X, Y, and Z dollars in order to get to the next stage, in order to get to the next level, right? This is what I mean by learn or perish. Now, think about the years wasted trying, never getting to where you want to be, when all you had to do was pay somebody to shortcut the way for you. Pay somebody to get there faster. You may not get there as fast as they did. It might take you a little bit longer, because you still have to build that mindset. You still have to build that mental resilience, that sturdiness, the stress management. Become the right leader to lead your team the right way. Very few people can do that. Very few people have that, we could say, talent. Very few people can actually do what it takes to win, do what it takes to get to the next level, because they never learn from the fact that you're stuck because of you. You are where you are because of you. You got what you got because of you. You've achieved all you've achieved so far in your life because of you. You failed all those times because of you. No matter who else came into play. Maybe you got scammed. Well, you chose to sign up for that thing. You chose to click on those buttons. You chose to click pay. Very few people can look inwards and realize that everything in their life is their fault. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's business, life, whatever it is. Parents, people blame their parents all the time. Everything still comes down to you. Even if the world shaped your worldview, your parents shaped your worldview, it's still you. You're the one who's making the next step. You're the one lining up the decisions. Like, think about just addicts, drug addicts, alcoholics, right? Alcoholic. I think that's how you say it, right? For some reason, it sounds weird right now. Think about those people. They could be addicted, but they're still choosing to pick up the next drink. And I know plenty of people, they choose to get help, and the addiction is that strong, but you chose to start. You didn't have to start drinking. You didn't have to start smoking, right? You didn't have to start gambling, but you chose to start gambling. You chose to start doing some of these things. Very few people realize that everything in their life is their fault, positive or negative. You can learn from every single thing. You can learn from every failure. You can learn from every win. There are always lessons to take away, but very few people choose to find the lessons. When I made that $17,000 cash day, I understood that it was because I was so angry and so driven at that moment that I put together a team. I gave them direct instructions. I outlined everything they needed to do, and I told them to go and do it. And then I paid them for the work that they were doing. And nobody got paid until after I signed the client. So after I signed the client, I gave payments, I gave bonuses, and I overpaid some people. I for sure know that I overpaid some people when that deal happened, when that transaction happened. But guess what? That's a lesson. So I had that, that cash day, and I'm trying to beat that day now, where I'm trying to have a more larger, larger day. like I want to make, okay, how soon can I get to $100,000 done in a single day? How long will it take me to close $1 million in a single day? I know people who've done it in an hour. I know people who've done 3 million in an hour. So once someone's done one thing, it can be repeated. But the question is, how long is it going to take you to do what they did? It might have taken them 20 years to just master and learn different skills and do what it takes. and market themselves, market their business, so that in that moment in time they were able to close $3 million in a single, like, 1 to 2 3 hour presentation webinar, right? That record is by Russell Brunson. So think about that. How much is it going to cost to pay him to work with him one-on-one? I remember at one point he was charging $100,000 a day just to work with him. Are you willing to spend $100,000 a day just to learn and work with somebody? Just so you could get to that next level? Some people could even afford it, but part of them is just so fearful that they won't even spend that money, which is fine. I get it. You worked hard for your money. You don't want to lose it. But that's also why you're where you are. You know, a lot of people get comfortable when a certain amount of income starts hitting their bank account. One of my boys told me this. He was like, bro, like, I'm making money right now, and like, I know I want to get to the next level, but it's like, I'm so comfortable. I don't have to worry about money anymore. I don't have to worry about my bills, my food. I'm always ordering Instacart, even though I'm ordering healthy food, but I'm always ordering my food now. I don't even have to leave my house, because he got to a point where the checks are so comfortable, right? Like, he's making good money. I'm pretty sure he's well over 6 figures a year. So I understand that. You have to find another gear to turn for you to start to really go after the next level. What is that next mission for you? What is that next vision for you? How is it just about the money? Is it about power? Is it about the luxuries? Because believe it or not, a lot of you, your goals right now, you don't truly want those goals. For you, it's nice to have, right? It would be nice to have that car. It would be nice to have that house. It would be nice to get a better looking girlfriend, right? It would be nice to have a better physique. It would be nice if I learned how to box. It'd be nice if I learned how to play basketball. It'd be nice if I learned how to, drift my car or drift a Porsche, right? But for you, the goals are just, it's nice to have. It's not like, man, like, this is a burning desire that I really want. Sometimes it takes time. Maybe you have to go on vacation for a little bit and have to just rewire your brain on how you see the world and how you see everything for you to come back. And now now you have new goals. Now you have new desires. Now you have a new mission. Because believe it or not, if it's only about the money, you're going to stop at some point. You're going to get comfortable. But once your mission starts to evolve, your vision starts to evolve, everything you're doing starts to evolve. It changes the game for you. And you start to go after bigger goals. Your dream gets bigger. And next thing you know, your income is rising and it's rising and it's rising and it's rising. Because you want more. You're doing more. You're getting more. You're taking care of your family. You're taking care of your network. You're taking care of your network's family. You're taking care of your employees' families, right? Very few people don't realize the stress a business owner has, right? Like, when you're a business owner and you're paying employees and you're paying contractors, a lot of times you're the last one to get paid, right? So a lot of people, oh, the boss is, I remember this old man I was doing a job for, and this may be 2-3 weeks ago now, maybe 4 weeks ago. And I was setting up a table, kind of like, it's like a wheelie table thing for him, because he has a food truck business. I was setting it up for him, right? And he was telling me a story about how he got a $10,000 check once for his business, and one of the employees were like, man, why do you get that check? Why do you get that? And he was like, here you go, take the $10,000 check. So he gave it to his employee, right? And then all the other employees in the room, they're like, hey, don't forget my cut. Don't forget my payment. Don't forget this. Don't forget that. So now that $10,000 check, he had to, okay, this employee, this employee, this employee, this employee, this employee. So now he started doing the math, and then he started doing the cost of the business and this and that. He added all that into the $10,000 check. All that was left was like maybe $150, I think the guy said. And then he was like, oh, so that means he gets $150, but his paycheck is normally bigger than that from the boss. So he gave it back to the boss. He learned his lesson right then and there. As the boss, you don't always get a nice paycheck. because you have to sacrifice and you have to pay your employees. You take the risk of the business. If the business falls and fails, it's on you because you chose to start it. So very few people understand what it takes to become the boss and what it takes to be the boss. Like, because you really do have to pay the price in order to be the boss. Very few people realize that. And that's another reason why I hang out with older people, whether they're a couple years older than me, 10 years older than me, 15 years older than me, 20, 30, 40 years older than me. This dude, he's about to be 80, right? When he was telling me that story. And all the time I call him up or he calls me up. He's like, hey, I've got this, yard thing that, can you help me out with it? And I go and, he pays me sometimes, but it's like, I go because I understand he has so many stories to tell and so many life lessons to share, right? Very few people have that perspective, but I have that perspective because I know what I'm after in life. I'm honest with myself on what my goals are. For me, it's not just the money and it's not just to help my family and this and that. I know it's something more than that, and I've stated it in previous videos, right? And I have it down pat. So it's just letting time catch up to the work that's being done. Very few people can do that. So you either learn or you perish, because there's lessons in everything and there's always something new to learn. And there's always something else to do. There's always more work to be done, because believe it or not, this is a game that needs to be played. You need to become a winner amongst winners. You need to become exceptional. You need to make sure that you always look on point. You need to always make sure your physique is in shape. Your mind is wired right. So that means you got to get your diet right, which is one of the things I'm working on now, is make sure that my diet is right, that my diet is on point, right? And it's hard, but I'm working on that. And it's not about, eating healthy, eating this. No, I'm making sure that my brain is always sharp, because I got to work multiple hours throughout the day. And my sleep schedule is a little bit weird, because I wake up at 2 a.m. Even right now it's 8:41. I'm supposed to be asleep, but you do what you got to do, because it's a game and it's a game until you die. And you truly have to become exceptional mentally, physically, financially. Do whatever it takes to get there. Don't let anybody get in your way. So that's it for this one. Make sure you hit the subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.